Hey, crawl space contractor. This is Jason with Crawdaddy, and we specialize in getting high ticket jobs for crawl space contractors and help them compete with national businesses with a huge budget. And we do that at a fraction of the cost. And the way we kind of do that is we target leads like failed inspection and generate like a referral network, a local referral network that these national brands cannot do. And we're going to try to push you as kind of the local expert, um, as some of these businesses I see already take that angle. And we just kind of um, exponentially boosted you in that angle. And then we would also give you like an online presence as well to get some traffic. And so this company here is the one I'm kind of go over today, MD Crawlspace, and kind of point out some good things that they're doing, and then how you can kind of implement that within your business too, and how we would kind of do that for your company. So first thing I noticed is they're saying crawl space encapsulation. They're not saying the types of jobs they're saying they kind of do. So they should kind of list that at the very top. But this is a good start. They have photos here and they all have like descriptions explaining. And so this is very educational to the homeowner. One thing I would say is this could be updated a lot of the design part of it aspect, but in regards to the content, it is very good. And if I was a homeowner, this would I would feel like I'm in good hands. One other thing, services. This needs to be kind of updated. It's not listing vapor barrier. It's not listing exactly what people need, and so that would get you ranked for other certain like searches. So on top of this, we would add a bunch of pages, just saying like what services are being done and where they kind of serve. One thing I want to point out, this was made with Wix, which is also a little bit older, and for their service, they say they service all of New Jersey. That is not correct. It should be each individual area. Good thing they're putting the license number on there as well, and then they're kind of showing their stuff. So I think this is a very good kind of start. It's a good foundation. And then another thing here, crawl space encapsulations. So they're explaining everything, explaining what was done. This is extremely good. If I was a homeowner, like I said, I'd feel like I'm in good hands. They're showing everything. They're showing the testimonials. It's all in front of you. This page is pretty good. I would just modernize kind of the feel of the page, how everything is. One thing do want to point out is that they're not running ads, so that is something we can kind of target. And you see, like these are just huge kind of companies just already dominating, right? And so these are the first ones that pop up, not even MD crawl space and basement. When you're looking up their specific like business, right? And they have good reviews, they have a Facebook page, they have the followers, they have the reviews. And so it's like, why are they not ranking? Why is Google not putting them in front of other people? And these are just kind of little things that a marketing team like Crawdaddy Media would come in and do SEO. So they have the foundation, they just don't know how to tie it all together, right? So they have the blog too. They have a lot of stuff on here. We would maybe add to the blog as well. This needs to be updated for sure. This contact form is just dated, and they they do inspections, so it seems like it's a pretty big referral network. Just because usually those types of closings where they rely on something to be fixed before closing, it's usually a deal breaker. And so to close, like these sellers are motivated. They will pay a little bit more, right? And then for like some that are like insurance, right? Payouts are good. Mold. One thing I do want to point out as well is that this company at the top, they're kind of not mentioning where they service again, and then like what exactly are like everything that they do. So we would do like a failed inspection page as well for them, and I highly recommend people do that. And so you can kind of capitalize on both aspects of the market where you're compounding local relationships and you have an online presence. That's just gonna skyrocket over time. Like over the span of like 1 to 2 years, you're gonna just have an organic flow of jobs that you're not even paying for, right? It's just maintaining the relationship with these people. Whereas going back to here, you have these huge companies. They have a huge ad budget, even though their revenue is high. Their marketing budget is just as high, which results in less profits, right? So we kind of help you get more profits without the high budget. People aren't really targeting failed inspection, like, and for New Jersey crawl space, right? Nobody's really targeting these. Maybe these guys, right? You don't have a lot of people targeting this. You can really get your, there's an edge there, right? Even though the demand might be a little bit less, your cost per customer is going to be, per acquisition per customer is going to be a lot less. So you can get cheap leads, right? Who are highly motivated, right? And these are jobs that will pay well. And these are kind of like sniper route that we would like to take to kind of add on and really compound upon what people already have and already have built. That way we can kind of stay in front of, potential customers and just really build an actual business, right? So that's eventually what we want to do, is help you build an actual business where you have organic flow or organic pipeline, where you're not worried about, um, slow seasons, worried about, you have like good seasons and then like a slow spell, dry spell. Another thing we'll do is like we can do database reactivations. And so I highly recommend businesses to do database reactivations when business is slow. And so basically what that is you would reach out to past employees or customers you have worked with, and you would basically make an offer on to them and kind of get them to buy your service again. And so for this might be, foundation, or for investors, you might do it a database reactivation to stay in front of them. For real estate agents, you might do kind of a campaign to kind of reach back out to them and make sure like they remember, hey, that I remember this guy, he did good work, right? Just stay in front of them, just because they're very busy and they might forget. And so you are not always top of mind. This is how we kind of go about helping other businesses, and how I recommend other people, um, and contractors like yourself should operate. You should have an organic kind of local relationship presence as well as an online presence. That's those two kind of combined as to where, even if like marketing budget like skyrockets or you're not getting a lot of leads, it's a dry spell from Google, you have the local relationships to rely on. You have a consistent. So it's kind of having the backup, having a consistent pipeline where it's like, you're going to get jobs consistently. You don't need, there's no, it's not cyclical versus like Google, right? If they just change anything, they make a new change with AI and how everything is changing. There's no guarantee, but the physical and the local relationships will never go anywhere. So that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about today, and kind of, let people know. And if anyone's interested in our services, feel free to reach out to Crawl Daddy Media. I'd love to do a free review for you. And we're going to start doing kind of a series where we're just going to audit people. And so anyone who has a marketer, if you're if you want to know if your marketer is actually doing a good job, like we can do an audit for you, and we'll just kind of go in and see things that they're kind of missing, so you can point out. Even if you don't swap over to us, it's fine. We just want to provide value and make sure that you're actually getting something from these marketers, because I know there are people out there who aren't, they promise a lot of things but they're not actually doing their job. And as a marketer myself, I don't I think it's a very bad look in the industry. It gives a bad look, and that's why you see a lot of people skeptical of marketers and kind of what they're pitching, or, um, they just think they're scammers, right? And so there are a lot of scammers, and I just want to help, reduce that amount and provide value where I can. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great night.